Hello everyone, it's that time of year again. Digimon Con came for the first time last year in 2022, and it certainly had some room for improvement. We were generally, I believe, I'm not just talking for myself, a little disappointed in what it had to offer. At first, it started with just talking about Digimon Survive, which finally we did get a release date. No, wait, we didn't even get a release date that day. It came out a couple weeks later. Why on earth the release date wasn't released there, I don't know. I mean, they did talk to us briefly, telling us that the Digimon World games could do a remaster, but they don't think there was enough money in it, so that they didn't actually plan to do it. There was another Digimon story game in the works, and a Digimon game that was looking into the Olympus 12, which I believe is different from the Digimon story game. So there was a lot of teases in here, but nothing really concrete except for Survive, which still didn't even have a release date at the time. So it was really weird they decided to talk about it there. Then we had some more Digimon card games for 55 minutes, which, to me, who's not that deep into the card game, that's a long time for any one section of the con, which is a big problem that it had in last year. It was really padded out. At the Digimon illustration, and there are some amazing artists out there in the community. Do not get me wrong, you are amazing. It is great that they're reaching out to you to get your take on the cards and get the best art they can on a limited budget that Bandai seems to have. So it's a wonderful way for them to do it. That's great. And then they had some concerts. Yay. They came out with the Vital Bracelet Real-Time Double Raid. I don't have a Vital Bracelet. I didn't hear anybody actually talk about it. So I assume it went off, but I didn't hear anything much about it. The Digimon anime discussion was something that I was very interested in. But we talked about Digimon Ghost Game, which, since it was going on, we can't tell you much. Okay, I mean, I understand that. We're going a year later, and the big thing that you couldn't tell us is there is absolutely no story here, so please don't be upset. And we won't tell you how many episodes there's going to be. I still don't know how many episodes there's going to be. And it was very strange. I mean, the fun thing, they talked about Digimon Adventure 02 Hurricane Touchdown, and they were talking about to the person who created Digimon Adventure 02, and hearing how much of a mess and a confusion that movie was to lead up to it, I fully believe that there were very many issues happened with how weird that movie ended up. Which, yes, for those of you who don't know, there is the Digimon dub movie is 3 movies chopped up, but watch the dub one. It's shorter, and they cut a lot out, but it actually makes more sense. We're not here to talk about the movie so much. And then more card games for an hour, which for me was mostly just tuning out. I was streaming and doing other things at the time. And then another performance, which was only 4 minutes, so sure, yeah, no problem, real quick. Closing, and then showing off some of their new products. Which, I will admit, there was some cool stuff in there. A lot of still Omnimon, Wargreymon, Metal Garurumon. Still the tried and true ones that we always got to see. So that was Digimon Con 2022. It was a whopping 6 hours long, which was part of the problem, is it just went on, and they really didn't have enough to announce to us to worry about filling that time. So let's move ahead a year. What have they learned? What are we going to see in the new schedule here to make us ready and think that they can do a better job this time? Well, we start with a 10-minute opening concert. Okay, I assume they'll do some theme songs or songs from the video games, and that'll be cool. It'll give us time to get everyone in there. And the first major section will be a talk to the cast of Digimon Ghost Game and Digimon Frontier. Frontier's a long time ago, but okay, sure. I mean, there were some interesting things that, especially when we talked about the O2 movie, we got to learn last year. So there could be a cool couple little tidbits, but this is the cast we're talking to. This isn't the producers or the writers or anything. They're not going to, give us spoilers. They're not going to, tell us what they wish their characters could do, what they thought the season did wrong. I mean, maybe they will. That'd be awesome, But I don't think that's what's going to happen. Talking to the cast, I mean, maybe in Japan it's a little different. These kind of interviews could come up with different things. It could be awesome. But I bet you we won't really learn anything that interesting. I mean, seeing the voice actors is always good. I know voice actors don't get a lot of screen time, and you see them. That's kind of the idea of their craft. So maybe we'll get something interesting there. Next, we're talking about Digimon World Next Order, the International Edition. Now, this is literally just a re-release. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And so far, that's pretty much what I hear everyone saying that's all it's coming out for. But I've seen places that says it's coming out for Steam, too. Should be coming out in both places, so that we don't have to worry about that. And we can actually get it on Steam, which is much more available to everyone on PC. And it looks like it's coming with a couple of other things if you pre-order it. It'll give you an official beanie. Okay, cool. The beanie with their logo on the front. But if you really like Mameo and, you know, the original Digimon World, that could be very interesting to you. Gets you a couple of items that'll let you immediately Digivolve into Mega. Oh, no, wait. You still have an Ultimate to get to Mega. So, okay. I mean, they're cool Digimon that they chose, but what they do. And a couple of mini HP and all-stat boost chips. I mean, sure, if you want to use it in your very first generation to help you get a little started, but that's not going to do anything. And the biggest thing that I've heard is it comes with a sprint button. That is the biggest thing that needs to be pushed everywhere if this is true, because that makes the only difference. It actually makes a big quality of life change. And if they've done little things like that, we need to know. It's the biggest problem of Digimon I find a lot in the... probably even way back when, but in the present day is I see no commercials. I see no promotional stuff for this. They rely on people like us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, talk about their stuff and to keep you guys informed. They don't do it themselves. But I guess if you can rely on us to do it all the time, then why not? Now, they're doing another Digimon illustration competition for the cards, which is next, and wonderful. Use the community. They're very passionate. There's some amazing artists out there, and they're competing for cash prizes, so you're also rewarding those that you're actually going to use. You're going to use them in the card game to make you money, so you pay them in order to use their art. It works out for both sides of the coin. It really is a very good way to do it. I think that this is definitely a good idea. And then there will be another Digimon card game show match, but this is only a half hour, where they split it into 2 half-hour sections. Which I think makes a lot more sense. It's a smaller chunk. Your card game is a big selling point. I'm sure you're making lots of money off the card game. Cool. So you want people to understand what's going on. And if this is actually to show off that client that they were using, because I've heard nothing about this client becoming available for everyone to use. If this is a way that you can also talk about making that client available to everyone, show it's ready, and then release it, I think that'd be a brilliant way to do it. Then we got a 20-minute concert. 20 minutes. 20 minutes of Digimon? I mean, that's a lot of different random songs from random seasons, so sure. I'm not a big one into music, so this is not really something that will necessarily get me super hyped for anything like this. But next comes the thing that I am really the most interested in. So, let's get a little deeper and think and speculate. What could this be? So on the schedule, it is listed as a Digimon 25th Anniversary Project. A new project announcement for the 25th anniversary. Okay, well that's very vague. The only game we've talked about so far is Digimon Next Order. So, could it be another game? Is it not a Digimon World or Story game? Because Survive was something different. Are we going with something else different? Because Digimon Story, the next game they're talking about, they were talking about a game that had to do with the Olympus 12. But then they were talking about there was another Digimon Story game in between that. Is this something they're talking about? Or are they talking about like a Digimon Go thing? Because we don't have a mobile game. Is this some sort of project to try and combat the widespread popularity of Pokemon kind of thing, something to compete with them there, because we don't have a mobile game right now worldwide, or even an MMO or something like that, because, I mean, maybe Digimon Masters does enough and makes enough for them, but I would rather see something else that could be much more widespread and used. So it could be anything. It could be a new type of Vital Bracelet VPET type thing. It's a whole project. So it just makes the mind wonder what that could be. And it's very interesting. I hope we get something to come out of that. And it'll be as exciting as it could be. So next they do another half hour of more cards. Yep, show off your cards, show off the new cards, show off, the cards, because this is, hopefully, if they're talking about like the illustration contest, maybe they'll even talk about, oh, like this is the artist for these cards, you know, and you know, help cross promote things. I doubt they will, but that'd be a really nice touch to help and acknowledge your community and everything. Yes, I have a Gatomon on my lap. Yes, she's meowing. Everybody say hi. Yep, there she is. But then we go into talking more about the project with an event and a comic award. Now, I mean, there's been plenty of Digimon manga throughout the years, but a comic? What is a Digimon comic going to look like? That could be very different and certainly a bit interesting. But again, they only give 10 minutes to this section. So, a new event? Are we getting together in like a physical place? I mean, it will probably be over in Japan, so I probably wouldn't be able to go. But could they bring all of us together in some place to talk to us and meet us that way? That could be really cool. And then we show off for 45 minutes a whole bunch of toys, which I'm assuming is more Digivice type things, more action figure type things. And a lot of these last year, there was a few of them that were pretty cool. I just hope that they show something that's a little different, not always just War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, Omnimon. Give us some things that aren't always just the same things that are always there all the time. Give us a bit of variety and some interesting things. Give us some Ghost Game stuff. Give us some Gamamons and Angoramons to spice things up. And once again, they end it with another concert. I'm not big on the music, but what interests me in this final part is Goods. Goods Introduction. Is Goods the name of the band? I don't think so. Are Goods different than toys then? So what could that possibly be? It's very interesting word choice. It could be just how it translates from the original Japanese, but hopefully it's something interesting. Thankfully, they've worked it down from the 5 hours, 6 hours it was last time, down to 4, and I think that's a much more reasonable length. And hopefully it will be engaging and interesting. So, I'm cautiously optimistic in at least what a new project will be. That's really what it is, because there's no talk about how long Ghost Game's going to be, or anything talk about anime, the newer anime. We still don't have a release date besides 2023 for the new movie, because we only had a trailer that they then redacted and took back, that they didn't say we were supposed to see. So, are they going to give us the trailer here during Digimon Con? Well, nowhere here in this schedule says it's going to be. So, yeah. And, you know, these projects, could this be talk of the new Digimon story game or any other games? It could be, but there's no... The only game listed here is Next Order. And a remake, if that's the only game we're going to get all year, is not going to be acceptable to me. You need to keep pushing things forward, or at least announce one. I mean, I understand, you don't want a fiasco of Digimon Survive, where for 3 years we were starting to wonder if it was even ever going to come out. But still, you want to keep the hype up, you want to keep your customers interested. At least tease us with something. And hopefully, they will. I don't know yet. But I hope that gives you an idea of what's to come. I will certainly let you know my thoughts and opinions after the con, and we'll see what all Bandai Toei has to bring us. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content. As always, everyone, be awesome. Next one, take care. Bye-bye.